Hello again, everyone. I want to try a card with a technique that I haven't used for a very long time. It's very quick to do, takes longer to set, but very quick to do, and see if you like it. It's going to be using up one of my squished flower backgrounds. This is the Montbricha. I chose a die, where the die's back here, of a flower aperture. These are Pink Fresh Studio. I think it was a set of 6 little squares with a flower in. So all I want to do is this. I've picked out 3 squares from my, these are Presscut. This one has got a stitch detail and is my favourite things. I'm going to cut a piece of the squished background with this one, because this size actually just fits inside here. Just fits. Actually, I would have liked one that was to the outside, but I haven't got one. I've looked through various dies. I haven't got one that does that. So what I intend doing is sticking this to that and putting it onto there, and then onto another one to sort of frame it. I don't know how many squares I'll use, but we'll see. Anyway, I cut this out for size, but what I'm actually going to do is cut it from this piece of background. And if I look at this, kind of like this, I can see where I would like to have this square cut. I don't want it to have a bit of white on it, or I think just about there, actually. About there. So let's have it just, is that the one I wanted? A little bit of the edge might be quite nice. About there. So I'll get a piece of tape and tape this square in position. And then we'll pop it through my die cutting machine. Okay, here's my die cut square. Isn't that pretty? Just look. So what I want to do now, here I've got 3 stacked together. So what I want to do is to glue this with that onto here. Let's get this sorted. That's what I want to do. I want that to be absolutely... The reason for putting this one behind will become obvious in a few moments, hopefully. So I am going to glue the back of this in exactly the same way as I glued the layers to join them together. So I'm not doing the edge for the moment. I'm just going to do the flower. I don't know if it's supposed to be an agapanthus or a dandelion or what, but it's pretty, whatever it is. Okay. Just go up these fronds or petals or whatever they are. And now I'm going to stick this onto here. And the edge should be around the edge. Okay. Next, I'm going to glue the whole of the back and stick it onto this one. And I'm wondering whether to do this with, I think I might use my tape runner for this. Let's just try it. Make sure it just pops inside. Okay. Just fold in any bits of the adhesive that is outside the die cut. I've got my fingers stuck to bits here. Okay. Just try and make sure that this slightly distorted. Okay, now we'll stick this. I'm going to put some glue stick on this actually, because the tape runner itself is very sticky, and I just want to have a bit of manoeuvring space, just in case I don't get it slap bang in the centre first time off. Okay. Put that onto there. Now I want to make sure that this is all down inside this square, and I'm actually thinking I may even do another one, put another one on the top. Let me do that. I will cut one more of the flowers and put it on the top of there. I want it to be considerably raised. Right. Going to stick that on top of there. Let's do this. Okay, now the reason I wanted that completely raised is going to become apparent very shortly. What I'm going to do is to flood this area with crystal glaze, and I'm not sure if I've got enough in here. This is very old. Notice I've taken the jewel. Let me open this one, I'll show you. These bottles come with a jewel in the top like this. I've taken the jewel off so that I can do that and stand it upside down. It will stand that way, but it's kind of very wobbly. So what I'm going to do is, as I say, flood this area with crystal glaze. What I'm wondering whether to do or not is whether first I should add a little bit of twinkle in here. I haven't tried. I think I might. I've been using this rather a lot recently, but I'm just going to paint over this and put a little bit of tiny bit of twinkle into or over this. It's Montbretia background, squished Montbretia. Always reminds me of my grandma. She used to live in a bungalow, and they used to have loads of these flowers all down this. It was a bungalow that was long from front to back, and narrow from the front kind of thing, and used to have all these down the side of the bungalow, beside the drive. Funny how things make you remember things. Oh, I'm glad I did this. This looks nice. In fact, it looks lovely. Right. So there is. Isn't that good? That did make a huge difference, actually. I'm so glad. So glad I did it. Right, let's see how much crystal glaze there is in this one. As I say, I do have another one at the ready, should the need arise. Crystal glaze is very much like glossy accents, but I find it easier to use, a bit more manoeuvrable. So I'll just pop this around. Now you'll probably find that there are some places where this nozzle is too broad to get between the fronds, or whatever they are, of the flower. So you can just drag the crystal glaze with the pokey tool. Just, it flows and finds its own level until it's dry. But you can just help it on its way, drag it into those gaps. I might need just a little more to drag, actually. Just around here somewhere. this is nearly gone. Oh, I think it's gone. I have to open my new one. I've had that for ages and ages and ages. Oops, that came out fast. Right. Beware of that if you do have a new one. It comes out quickly when it's full. So there. Now all I have to do with this one is wait until that has set, and it will be a little while before that is completely set. So on one side, I think that's fine. Can't help playing. Okay, now what I would like to do is to cut a few more squares as a frame for this. So let's put, I should use the other top for this, shouldn't I? The one that I've taken the jewel off, and then it would be already flat. Okay, let's just cut another couple of squares maybe and see what we think. Here's my card base. I'll just place it for the moment so that you can get the idea. I think I may even use another square before putting that on there. But isn't that quick? You can have it from different angles if you want. So I quite like it from the bottom. Things grow up, don't they? So there we go. Simple card, very quickly, but really rather impressive and a lovely way to use up some of your backgrounds. Doesn't matter what technique you've used to make your backgrounds, just a tiny piece like that can really showcase some of them, some that you may think is not as good as it might be. So think about it. These little aperture dies are really good fun. So another day, another card. Thank you for visiting. Thanks for giving a thumbs up, and come back and see me very soon.